Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the Llamaster here, and welcome back to another Rocket League video. And in this one, guys, we are going to be finishing off the Turbo Crate sort of crate item showcase series by going through every single painted variant of the roulette wheels. That's right, guys. Now, I may do the septum wheels in the future. I just didn't think they were that important, especially since right now they have this really big bug with them that causes them to not even glow when you get them painted. So let me know if you guys want to see that. But today, we're going to be going through every single version of the painted roulette wheels, so that you can use this as a sort of guide to know which ones you want to go after, which ones you want to trade for, and you know exactly what you're getting when you're trading for these. But anyways, guys, as always, be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed today's video, and without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, guys, now before we get into the colors themselves, let's of course just jump into the basics of this item with the first thing that we always start out with, and that is that these, just like every single other painted item from the Turbo Crate I've covered, comes in all 13 possible colors. Now, that does mean that they even come in orange, which is a gigantic mistake. Like, these wheels are honestly hilarious. I really don't know what they were thinking, but they are easily the worst painted wheels I have ever seen. But yeah, we're going to be going through every single color in alphabetical order, so if you want to skip to a specific color, just go by that order and you should be able to find them fairly easily. But other than that, guys, let's jump into it with the first painted variant, the black roulette wheels. And luckily today we have a video for pretty much every single one besides the burnt sienna, which I will talk about then. But for the black one here, this video is courtesy of Joey Jiffy on YouTube. But as you can see with the black ones, these ones actually look really nice. They are a little bit basic, but for black wheels, as they just kind of go all around, I really do like these. They're definitely not flashy like a lot of other wheels out there. And again, they're basic. They kind of look like normal wheels and they're not overall that special. But if you like the subtle wheels, these definitely look very good up close. But getting into the burnt sienna ones, which I was just talking about earlier, unfortunately, I only have a picture for this one, but I mean, you don't really need a video to see that these are a very unfortunate color. Like, the Kalos wheels actually looked amazing for burnt sienna. They had that orange to them, and the brown was actually a fairly nice brown, but this brown that they decided to put on the roulette wheels is not the best. I mean, it's not even that typical dark brown like you can see on this visor right here. It's this weird orange burnt sienna-ish color that just, it doesn't look that good in my opinion, and I couldn't see this trading for very much. But moving on to the third one here with the Cobalt version, these are fairly nice. They're kind of in the middle of like super flashy and kind of basic, and actually the roulette wheels tend to side on the more basic of the wheels, but they're very clean. It's a very cobalt blue color, so if you happen to like that variant, I would definitely pick these up because they are actually pretty nice. They're a solid blue all around. Now, getting into one of the most important colors out of any painted item, the crimson variant. These ones are pretty cool for crimson. Again, they're fairly subtle just because they're the roulette wheels. They're not as flashy as like crimson voltaics or lightnings, but they are still very nice. They're a very pure crimson, as you can see, compared to the red of his hexed right here. So if you like that more solid color of the crimson, I would definitely go with these over pretty much any other wheel. But overall, they are pretty nice, and I could see these trading for quite a bit. But moving on to another popular color with forest green here. This is another one that's kind of a lot similar to the crimson in that it's very solid, very kind of basic forest green color, and this video is a little bit weird. This guy's settings are just a little light or something, but they're definitely that very solid forest green color, and I could really see a lot of good customizations for these. Now, speaking of basic colors, let's get into the gray ones here, and this video is courtesy of Joey Warner, but as you can see, they're actually not that bad for gray. Like, I'm really surprised how kind of bright they are. Like, they're not as bright as, say, Zombas, but they definitely do stick out, and they're really recognizable as gray painted exotics. Like, as you can see here, when he goes into free play, they're just a very nice looking wheel for gray. And trust me, I am pretty harsh when it comes to gray wheels, like gray FSLs and stuff like that, but these I could actually see people using and coming up with some good combinations and colors for. Now, getting into the lime and also the orange ones here, and these are courtesy of King Tuga on YouTube, so big thanks to him for getting both of these wheels. But starting off with the lime, you always expect the lime variant to just be those super bright ones. Like with the lime Zombas, they just have this really characteristic glow to them, and these are pretty close to that. They're not as intense as the Kalos or again the lime Zombas, but they're pretty clearly lime, and they're actually kind of close to Saffron. But again, they're a very nice lime color. If you like those lime wheels like I know a lot of people do, I could definitely see you liking these. But enough time talking here about wheels that actually look good. Let's go on here to the orange roulettes. And yes, these 100% are in the game, but as you can see here, they are messed up. Like, they look 100% like the normal roulette wheels. This is actually the ultimate troll from Psyonix, because if you look at a side-by-side picture here, just tell me below in the comments if you can see a difference with these wheels, because I just I cannot tell the difference. They look 100% identical. Like, maybe there's just a sliver more orange in the actual orange roulette wheels, but I don't know. If you were for some reason thinking about trading for these ones, do not do it, because you will be insanely disappointed. So moving away from that and getting back into wheels that actually look legit, these are the pink roulettes, which are very pink. They're not really a hot pink, more of a lighter one, as you can clearly see from the video. But again, as with all of the others, just a very solid, simple color, and they definitely look nice if you're into like pink variants of cars. Now moving on to the darker version of the pink with, of course, the purple here, and this video is courtesy of Tony Lucero. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but this guy in his game has the purple version of the wheels, and they're definitely a very dark purple. They're quite the opposite of the pink, where it was just this very light pink, and these are just a very dark purple or violet, nothing too over the top, and they're just a very solid variant. Now one thing about these that you should definitely keep in mind is that at the moment, Rocket League just doesn't have a very good primary purple color that you can put onto your decals, so you're not really going to be able to match these that well with the colors until they come out with just a better purple. So yeah, keep that in mind as we get into the next of the wheels, and this is actually the third to the last one with the Saffron variant. And now that I'm looking at these again, when I have the lime ones in my mind, they're actually really close, so I'll put them side by side so you can kind of compare them yourselves. But yeah, definitely pretty similar, and I know these wheels have been really quite close in the past, especially with the Zombas look almost identical besides like that glow that goes with the lime. But as with these ones, definitely a very bright yellow, and it does look good overall. Now getting into one that I personally actually really want, these are the sky blue, and they look pretty beautiful. Now if you know me, I just love the sky blue and the white color combination, and these wheels do that very well. It's a very nice solid sky blue color, and I could easily see these trading for quite a bit. Now speaking of wheels that'll trade for quite a bit, we have to get into the final one here with the titanium white roulette wheels. These are easily going to be at a pretty high price. So this video comes from Pedro Miguel, and he was lucky enough to get these wheels, and I don't know if these will be quite as expensive as the titanium white Kalos. I really don't know how those will compare, but overall they're a really nice variant. They are actually really bright for roulette wheels, and I could definitely see myself using these. But anyways guys, that is it for these wheels. Be sure to leave a like down below if you found this helpful, and feel free to come back to this video anytime in the future when you are trading for these wheels. But anyways guys, if you want to see the previous videos in this series, like the painted Kalos, the painted Endos, the mystery decals, those will of course be on my channel, or you can just click on a couple of them right here and it'll bring you straight to those videos. But other than that guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm the Llamacer, and I will see you guys next time.